Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I want to speak to you guys about the ADHD medication shortage. Basically how I am trying to cope with the ADHD medication shortage. This is something that a lot of us ADHDers are going to be going through now, and I just want to speak about it because I am personally going through it and I know how tough it is, so I feel like let's just speak about it. So some of you may know, some of you won't care, some of you will not know, but I am medicated for my ADHD and I have been for 4 years now. I am on Adhd 70 milligrams. Being medicated is my own choice. Everyone has a different opinion of it, everyone has a different experience, but for me it's changed my life in so many different ways. I couldn't begin to even name them all, but it has changed my life in so many different ways. So the medication shortage is really affecting me because I've been on it for 4 years. It's been a crucial part of my treatment plan, but now I have no medication because of this ADHD medication shortage, and I'm freaking out just a tad. Actually a lot. I've got to be real, I'm freaking out quite a bit actually. But now it's got to the point in England where doctors have been advised not to start new patients or people who are newly diagnosed with ADHD who may want to try medication, or people that have a diagnosis of ADHD and have decided they want to start medication. They've been advised not to start new patients on ADHD medication because of the ADHD medication shortage. So it's not just the brand of medication that I'm on, and I'm on Adhd, which is lisdexamfetamine. There are some other brands and other kind of ADHD medications which are affected by this shortage. So I'm going to pop on the screen like what ones they are, because I am not even going to begin to try and pronounce some of these names because I am really rubbish at it, and I'm not a pharmacist, I'm not a doctor, so yeah, I don't want to do that because I can't do it. But these are some of the brands that are affected. You will know if you're affected, because if you need a prescription and you can't get it, you're more than likely affected by the ADHD medication shortage. Yeah, a lot of us ADHDers rely on medication as a crucial part of our treatment plan, and a sudden change in medication and the treatment plan can cause like a ripple effect, like a domino effect on our daily functioning and how we're coping, our moods, all of our, like, the severity of our kind of traits and symptoms. And it's really like, it's a really crucial part of someone's treatment plan if they are medicated. You can't just like go cold turkey on them and stop and expect everyone to be okay. It doesn't work like that. The sudden change can make many of us feel, we can actually feel quite ill, depending on the dosage obviously. If you're on a really low dose, it might not affect you as much, but if you're on like quite a high dose, just dropping straight the way down can make you feel maybe a little bit like sick, nausea, headaches. But definitely, you know, speak to somebody about it first. It's causing a lot of stress and anxiety, like amongst us ADHDers and within the ADHD community. You know, it's causing a lot of stress and anxiety, worry. That's just, it's just unnecessary. We have so much going on every single day. You know, we shouldn't have to be worrying about when we're next going to get our ADHD medication. We shouldn't have to fight for something. You know, it's just one of those things that is just really tough, and it's almost just like nobody cares about it. We should have, and we really need to have support, you know, professional support as well, coping mechanisms, strategies in place so that we can cope without medication if and when that happens. You know, hopefully this isn't going to be a long-term thing, or something that's going to happen every few weeks or months. You know, hopefully it's just a one-time thing and the NHS will get it sorted. But a lot of us unfortunately don't have the luxury on, you know, getting that support, professional support, or having support from loved ones, family, friends. Not everyone has that luxury, which is just, you know, it's not right that we should have to struggle. You know, in my opinion and my experience, I feel like I've just been left stranded, like I've been offered no support. I've had to do the running around, you know. There's been no like contact, like even before this shortage became like public. There was no contact, and there's been no contact from my GP to me, or my, you know, the pharmacy from me. The pharmacy have been great, my local pharmacy, you know, they've been helping, but I've had to do all the running around because my doctor hasn't even bothered to, like, you know, check up on me. Or, you know, the NHS website say that there was a safety alert, and the doctors who know that they have ADHD patients that are on medication affected by the shortage should be contacting and getting in touch with patients to sort out any, you know, anything. Like, my GP hasn't even got in touch with me. I had to go to my GP today down the surgery, to talk to a receptionist who really couldn't care, and they just said, yeah, well, there's a shortage, there's not really much we can do. Okay. So I've literally just been left stranded, and I think it's just so unfair that, you know, all throughout my ADHD diagnosis process, ADHD in general, I just feel like nobody cares. It's just one of these like made up illnesses that even the doctors just don't have any welfare or care about, and now the medication isn't there. It's just almost like they're like, and what do you want me to do about it? And a lot of us are just left to deal with this on our own, and it's really tough because I don't know what I'm meant to do, what I'm meant to ask for, where I'm meant to look, what my rights are. You know, I don't know any of that, but I've been left to just look on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Google it, you know, because no one professionally is offering me any advice or support. And I think that's just really unfair that us ADHDers, we're just left stranded. So I wanted to just share a few things with you that I've been doing just to help myself. So yeah, this is how I've been trying to get through this ADHD shortage, medication shortage. Here's my tips, and remember, these aren't all gonna work for you. I'm just gonna try and share some with you to help you if you're like me and you're stuck in this really horrible place right now. Number one is, I want you to know you are not alone. You can message me on any of my socials and I will do my best to get back to you, but know that you are not alone, and there is a community that, you know, that are more than likely going through what you're going through, because medication is a global issue, it's a national issue, and it's a shortage. So yeah, a lot of us are going through it. So I guarantee if you reach out to anyone online, you know, social media, that they will tell you that you are not alone too, and hopefully they'll be able to talk to you and share what they're doing that might make your life a little bit easier too. So number two is, try not to panic. This is so much easier said than done, I know, because I'm freaking out. I'm worried about it, and but I want you to try not to panic, because, you know, it's only hopefully going to be for a short time, and I don't know any dates. I haven't been told any dates, and I'm not going to give anyone false hope by just saying it could be tomorrow. I don't know. I haven't been told anything, but try not to panic. Just try to remember that, you know, you're strong enough, and hopefully you've got people around you that are able to help you, support you. Hopefully you've been able to learn some new coping skills that you can put into practice now, and I just hope that you try not to panic, because that's the worst thing in these situations, is when you're panicking. You come out of all these scenarios in your head, but just try your hardest to remember that, you know, you're strong enough. You can get through this, and we will get through this, because it's not going to last forever. We will get through this, okay? I promise you, we will get through this. So what I've been doing myself personally is trying to keep more active. So I'm trying to get out for more walks. I've been trying to make sure I'm going out more. It's not staying stuck indoors, because that, again, it just isn't a great environment for me, and it might not be great for you. So it might be an idea to try be a little bit social and go out and be active. You know, it just gives you that kind of, I don't know, when I'm out in nature, it gives me that kind of just release and a little bit of a break from reality. And when I'm just out walking, listening to music, walking the dog, it's just that little bit of fresh air, a little bit of like exercise that just helps me relax a little bit. So hopefully if you can, then that might help you too. So this is the one that I've been doing, because yeah, it's just the only one that really works for me, and that is I'm trying to keep my mind occupied. So I've been doing things like puzzles, watching the new series of Sex Education, I've been writing ideas down. I've been just trying to keep my mind occupied. So I've been doing all different activities, so, you know, dipping my hands in all different things, all of my hyper focuses, all my little like hobbies, things that I like, passions. I've just been trying to do all that just to keep my mind occupied, and try to not think about the what ifs or when is it coming back and stuff like that. So that's like my biggest thing, is just try to keep your mind occupied. Just do anything to keep your mind off of, you know, the worry and stress of when and if the medication's going to come back in. Just try your hardest to keep your mind occupied. That is what works mostly for me, is just doing stuff, keep myself active. Because if I'm sat down, like I'm not doing anything, then I start this spiral of like, I feel like I've been like lazy, and I feel shame and guilt for not doing anything. So if I just keep myself active, I'm not in that cycle, and yeah, it's just, for me, that really works. So it might work for you too. Yeah. Obviously, I am absolutely in no way a doctor, scientist, pharmacist. I'm nothing but a person who has ADHD, and I'm going through the ADHD medication shortage with a lot of you, and you know, I've just learned by speaking to some of these pharmacists that it generally is a global and national shortage. So I just want to make sure that you know I'm not a doctor. Any of my advice that I've given you is that pure kind of experience, personal experience. I'm not like, it's not professional experience, but definitely speak to your prescriber, your GP, a doctor, a pharmacist if you are worried, or you think that you could maybe try an alternative medication. You know, definitely reach out to a professional. Don't try anything, don't swap anything until you've spoken to a professional, because they're the only ones that are going to be able to know if that's like safe, if it's okay. So yeah, definitely check with a professional before you do anything. Basically, talk to your prescriber. So thank you so much for watching, and I really hope that, you know, you feel like you're less alone, and I've given you a little bit of advice, and maybe you're a little bit more aware of the situation. Yeah, I hope that you've enjoyed it. I mean, I don't know whether this is a very enjoyable video because it's not exactly like this lovely subject, but I hope that you feel that you're not so alone in this ADHD medication shortage. Don't ever think you're alone, because you are literally never alone. I'm always here, and there are so many people in the ADHD community that are willing to share and speak to you and offer advice, so never feel alone. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time, and hopefully we will all have our medication by then. Yeah, so have a good day, remember you're worth it, and yeah, have a good day, I guess. Remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.